Hello everyone, welcome back to Pabbly. In this video, we are going to learn how to add IndiaMART leads to Salesforce as contacts. So I am using IndiaMART, which is an amazing B2B online marketplace for generating my leads from a B2B manufacturing company. And I want that as soon as the lead is generated through IndiaMART for my business, then I want to manage these leads with the help of Salesforce CRM. So I want to automatically add all the leads as contacts in my Salesforce account. So how we are going to automate this entire process? For this, we will have to set up a connection between IndiaMART and Salesforce, and that we are going to do without the requirement of any coding and programming skills with the help of Pabbly Connect. So if you also want to learn this amazing automation step by step, for that you have to come towards my screen. Welcome to my screen everyone. So in this video, I'm going to show you that how you can simply manage your IndiaMART leads by automatically adding them in your Salesforce account. So here, let's suppose I own a B2B manufacturing company that produces industrial machineries, equipments and raw materials for the businesses. And here I'm using IndiaMART, which is a leading online marketplace in India, to generate leads for my business. So I want that as soon as the businesses or the buyers who are looking for these kind of equipments, machineries and raw materials, and they are going to search my business over here and they are going to submit their individual queries, then I want to manage that lead by adding them in my CRM account. And as a CRM, I'm using Salesforce over here. So I want to set up a connection between my IndiaMART account and Salesforce in such a way that whenever I'm going to receive a lead query, whenever I'm going to receive a new lead through IndiaMART for my business, then automatically that lead should be added in my Salesforce account. Okay, so in order to automate this process, I will have to use Pabbly Connect, which is an amazing automation and integration software. With the help of Pabbly Connect, basically I'm going to set up a connection between my IndiaMART account and Salesforce without any coding and programming skills. So let's get started quickly. We are on the home page of Pabbly Connect, where we can reach by typing the URL pabbly.com/connect in our browser. After coming over here, you will find two options: sign in and sign up for free. So in case if you are already an existing user, just click on sign in to log into your account. But if you are a new user, you have to click on this sign up for free button to create your free new account. Also, when you will do that, you will get 100 free tasks every month to explore this amazing software and to test multiple automations. Now, as an existing user, I'm going to click on sign in. This is all app section where we can find all the products which are offered by Pabbly. To create this automation, we are going to use Pabbly Connect. So let's click on access now. And it has taken us towards the dashboard of Pabbly Connect. So on our dashboard, we will be able to find all our workflows which we have created. And we can also create different folders over here to save our workflow separately and accordingly. Now, to create a new workflow, we need to click on this create workflow option. Let's do that. And here a dialog box is appear in front of us, which is asking us to provide a name to this workflow. So I'm going to give a name first of all. Add IndiaMART leads to Salesforce as contacts. Now, after giving the name to my workflow, here I'm going to select the folder. So you can see I have a list of folders over here. Among these folders, I want to select automations for lead management as my folder, because I want to save this workflow which I am creating to manage my leads by adding them in Salesforce in this particular folder. Let's click on create and the workflow will get saved in the folder which we have selected automatically. Now, as we have done that, a new screen is open in front of us which contains two extremely important windows. First is the trigger, and here we have the next is action. So what are trigger and actions? Trigger and actions are the two main concepts, the principles, or we can say these are the entire building blocks on which the entire automation works. Here the trigger says when this happens and the action says do this. That means the action is the response towards our trigger. So whatever we are going to select in our trigger is going to command the entire workflow, and the actions are going to follow that same command. Therefore, we can have only one trigger in any workflow, but we can add as many action steps as we want. Now, let's suppose here my objective is that whenever I'm going to receive a new IndiaMART lead or a new query through IndiaMART, then I want to add that lead automatically in my Salesforce CRM account. For that, I'm going to take IndiaMART in trigger and Salesforce in my action step. When we are going to set up the connection between these applications, we can clearly see that action is going to follow what the trigger commands. Because when the trigger happens, that means when the lead is generated through IndiaMART, then only automatically it will be added as a contact in Salesforce, otherwise not. So after understanding the whole concept and understanding the basic of this automation, let's start creating this amazing workflow. For that, for starting the workflow, we have to move towards our trigger step and we have to select our trigger application. Now, what will be the trigger application? Here we have to select IndiaMART. Okay, let's quickly select that. Now we have to select the trigger event. So trigger event is the event on the happening of which the workflow is going to trigger or it is going to start. You can see we have only one trigger event over here as new leads. We have selected that. That means that whenever a new lead will be generated through our IndiaMART account, then the response is going to be captured. Now here we have received a webhook URL, and also you can see some instructions are given over here. So what we have to do, we have to simply follow the instructions given over here carefully, step by step, to set up the connection between our IndiaMART account and Pabbly Connect, so that whenever a lead will be generated, the response will be automatically captured with the help of this URL. So this URL is going to act as a bridge for transferring the data of new leads from IndiaMART towards Pabbly Connect. So let's first of all copy the webhook URL, and then I'm going to tell you exactly what we are supposed to. So first of all, it is saying log into your IndiaMART account. I have already done that, so I'm going to take you towards my account. After coming on your IndiaMART account, you have to go towards the lead manager from the left section. Okay, now here you will find 3 lines, that is the menu section. You have to select that, and over here we have multiple options. So among these options we have to go towards import export leads, and over here again we have 3 options. We have to select this push API option. After coming on push API integration, here we have the option of source and the CRM platform. So first of all, you have to select your source. You can have multiple source over here. You can select any of the source according to your choice over here, but I am currently going to select other. Okay, then as we have selected other option, now we have to provide the CRM platform name and the webhook URL. That means which specific platform you want to connect with IndiaMART. Here I'm going to select the option of Pabbly Connect. Then here I'm going to paste the URL which we have already copied from Pabbly Connect. So after doing that, we'll simply click on save details, and now it is asking us please select one of the options. That means for which reason you are setting up this connection. Here we have multiple options. I can easily assign leads to my sales team and manage their performance. I feel that I can permanently save the leads from IndiaMART and view later, and here we have some other options. So any of the option you can select over here. I'm going to select this first option, and I will click on click to generate OTP, and as we have done that, you can see the webhook is set up successfully. Okay, this means that our connection between IndiaMART and Pabbly Connect is done. So now what we have to do, we have to capture the response inside Pabbly Connect so that we can see whether the lead response is being captured or not correctly. So once you have set up this connection, whenever a lead will be generated by sending a query to your IndiaMART account, you will be receiving that lead details over here in Pabbly Connect. But to check that, what I'm going to do, I'm going to click on this test your webhook listener URL. So I'm going to send a test response towards Pabbly Connect. Okay, so I've clicked on this button, and now it is saying that you want to send the test response on this particular webhook URL. So we have to click on test, and the test data is sent. Okay, so we'll go back towards Pabbly Connect, and over here you can see that yes, the response is received. In this response here, you can see that we have received the status, that means the success. Over here we have the query ID. You will be receiving a unique query ID with each and every new lead, with each and every new query. Okay, and here we have the subject of the query, requirement for empty mineral water bottle. When we'll scroll down, here we have received the state of the query, that means from which state we have received this lead response. Here we have the pin code, some other details such as the phone number, the first name of the lead. Okay, when we'll scroll down, here we have the email address of this particular lead, the company from which he is sending this response, the state and the city of that company, the address over here, the product name which he requires, and here is the actual query. So this means that our connection between IndiaMART and Pabbly Connect is absolutely successful. Once we have received this response, now our objective is to send this lead towards Salesforce as contact. So for that, now we have to set up the connection between Salesforce and Pabbly Connect. So let's move towards our action step, and our action application over here will be Salesforce. Let's quickly select that. Then what we have to do, we have to select the action event. Now what is action event? What you want to perform next. Okay, so here my objective is to create a contact. So I will simply select create contact as my action event, and I will click on connect to build this connection. For building the connection, you can see I am already logged into my Salesforce account. Now what we have to do, we have to simply go towards add new connection and click on connect with Salesforce. In case if you already have an existing connection, you can also go with that. Once you have clicked on this button, here you can see Pabbly Connect is asking us for the permission to access our Salesforce account. So we'll simply click on allow, as our data is 100% safe with Pabbly Connect. As we have done that, the authorization has become successful and the connection between Salesforce and Pabbly Connect is made. So now what we have to do, we have to enter the details in these fields to create a contact over there. So it is asking us the last name, the first name, the street address, city, country, okay, and all other details. So one by one, we will enter all these details, and because we have already received the details of the lead in our earlier response, so instead of entering the data manually, we will simply insert the data from that response only very easily. So when we insert the data like this from our previous step, it is called as as mapping. Here our previous step is given and you can see we have received all the details. It is asking us a last name. So when we'll scroll down, here we have the name. Currently, because this is my test response, I have not received the first name and last name separately. I only receive a single name, that is this Prabhat. So what I'm going to do, I will simply map the name given over here in this last name field because it is actually required, and I'm going to keep the first name field blank. But in your case, when you will be receiving a response of a real lead which contains the first name and last name separately, you can map both of them. Now once we have mapped this name, it has become dynamic. That means with each and every new response, it is automatically going to replace. So this means that now whenever a new lead will be captured through IndiaMART, automatically all the details which we are going to map over here in these fields are going to replace. And in this way, we are going to automate the entire process of adding our IndiaMART leads to Salesforce as contacts. Okay. In case if we'll enter the data manually over here, let's suppose if I'm going to enter a first name manually over here, I cannot do that actually because then the data will become static and it is then not going to change with each and every new response. Therefore, the workflow will get stuck. Okay. So to automate the process, we actually have to map the data. So now it is asking us the other street, that means the street address. So I will simply map the street address which we have received. Okay, then we'll map the city. Here we have the city, the country. So here I'm going to map the country name. That is the code of the country. Then we have the mailing street. If you want to enter these details, you can enter. Otherwise, you can also ignore these fields for now. Then here it is asking us the business phone number or mobile phone number. We have received mobile phone number, so I will simply map that. Then we have the email of the person. That means the email of the lead. So I will map that as well. Then we have the title. If you want to enter department, assistant's name, lead source, here I'm going to select other as my lead source. And if you want to provide any descriptions, and here in the description I'm going to use the message, that means the query which I have received. Okay, so I've mapped the query. Now I will simply click on save and send test request button. And as we have done that, the response is received. Over here in the response, here we have received one ID and the response status, that is the success. This means because we have received this ID, that means that the contact is successfully created inside our Salesforce account. So I'm going to take you towards Salesforce. We'll go towards the contact section over here. And now you can see that yes, a new contact is created automatically with the name as Prabhat. I'm going to open this particular contact and here are all the details you can see. Here's the phone number, the email address. Along with it, here we have also received the description. This means that our connection between IndiaMART and Salesforce is absolutely successful. So now what we have done in this workflow, let's summarize. We have simply taken two simple steps. We have taken two simple steps, trigger and action. In trigger, we have taken IndiaMART, and in action, we have taken Salesforce. And we have set up a connection between these applications in such a way that now whenever a new lead will be received through IndiaMART for our business, then automatically that lead will be systematically added in Salesforce as a contact. In this way, we will be able to create systematic contact list in our Salesforce CRM account by using the details which we have received of IndiaMART. So it will make very easy for us to manage all our IndiaMART leads. So I hope this automation is clear to you and it is helpful for you. Thank you for watching. Not only these applications, but you can integrate multiple such applications without any coding or programming skills with the help of Pabbly Connect. Now, if you have any doubt, you can reach out to us at support@pabbly.com. If you want to ask any query, you can reach out to us at forum.pabbly.com. And if you have any pricing related issue, you can reach out to the website given over here. Now, if you find this video helpful, do not forget to share it with your friends. And also please like our video and subscribe our channel for more such amazing automations.